Forever in love.
Forever alone.
This is my Chloe look. You look great. I love that shirt.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's this t-shirt, there's this rad little shop that I used to go to. It's like Cash for Chaos in Vegas.
Is that what it's called?
I used to live there. Yeah, it's called Cash for Chaos.
Nice.
It's on the east side of town. Careful. It's a little sketch, but it's dope as hell. And it's like a locally owned shop, and the guy like makes all of his shirts and stuff. It's pretty rad. Anyways.
Cool. Hello, everyone.
And they always carry tons of goth stuff. So, you know, like all those boots and platform shoes that I like?
Nice.
They got it. It's nice.
Nice.
Hi, guys. Welcome. Are you ready for the final epilogue of Life is Strange?
Can you believe what has happened?
Nope. Not for a second. It's been a wild ride. It's been wild.
I have to actually pull up the game because I don't remember what I did. I mean, officially all the little stuff. I remember the big stuff,
it's like,
obviously.
there's only one question. How do you not know what you did?
I know the one. Well, I mean, like the smaller ones.
Shout out to everybody who is joining us during the live epilogue. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you and keeping the content flowing. Welcome,
Ark. Welcome, Jimp. Welcome, G. Welcome, Shamrock. Welcome, Jamie. Welcome, Strikeadonia. Does he own kids?
That's one of the fun things, though. It's like this wall that we built while we were live.
It looks so good, dude.
It was so fun. I had such a fun time building it. It was really great.
It looks really, really good.
I was like out. I like hit the go live notification before, like when I was going live for stream. So I was like, go live, and I got the startup screen. So I like got Dre on the phone, and I'm like talking to her, and she's like, "Are you outside right now?" And I'm running down my neighborhood, and I'm looking for people who have today's paper out.
We were like,
and they haven't collected it.
Corey.
So I was gonna make a newspaper background and then tag it was my idea. And then I came home and I was empty-handed, no newspapers. And I was like, what am I going to do?
You can always print them.
Well, I wasn't thinking, I was just thinking something I could graffiti on, you know? So I was thinking like newspaper would give me that aesthetic that I was looking for. And then it like dawned on me. I was like, holy shit, the missing flyer. So I was like, oh yeah, hit score. So I'm like printing it off. And then it's like, meh, meh, you're low on toner. And I'm like, push through, doesn't matter. And then it's like, wah, wah, you're low on paper. And I was like, well, I don't know if we can go without that one. Fuck. So I now have 0 sheets of clean paper in my house. I'm going to just take these down and reuse them. No, I'm just kidding.
Your next homework assignment?
It's going to be on this paper right here. Just says bitch. Like a graffitied out missing poster that's scribbled bitch over it on the back. It's like, here's my math homework, professor.
Her teacher, don't look at the back.
Whatever you do not turn that sheet over. Just look at it from the front only.
Do you still have an office key? Just like zoom by, grab a ream real fast.
Anyways,
okay, so have you uncentered? Did you move since I started this? Here.
I may have. I can scoot over a little. Which one do you want me to go? Here?
It's too late now. I've already...
Oh, I just
How about that? Okay, perfect.
I won't move anymore. I promise this is my final resting place.
Okay. Chapter 5, the literal big only choice. Did you decide to sacrifice Arcadia Bay or Chloe? Should I make some bets on what I think Corey did?
I think we should. What do you guys think that Kenzie... See, I would have assumed that if it was up to Ken, that she would have sacrificed Chloe to save the world. I feel she's like that altruistic, like for the greater good personality. So I would say that Ken saved Arcadia Bay and let Chloe take the fall.
Generally, yes. I'm very much pro-life. The loss of one for the good of the many. But I just spent like a whole week saving this bitch's life. I am not throwing her under the bus now. I could not bring myself to do it, and I didn't know if it would rewind, which it didn't, so luckily I chose it. I was like, we're getting rid of the fucking bay. I spent a whole so many hours saving this blue-haired hoe.
I was so in on Chloe and saving her. I didn't even try to rewind time. I really thought about my decision for a minute before. I actually lost my shit before I had to make that decision because I was like, this is a fucked up decision. Like, why does it have to be one or the other?
It is fucked up. What a fucked up decision. Well, okay, the whole town or the chick that you're feeling, you're digging her, and you spent all week saving her life.
There's no guarantee that if I sacrifice Chloe that I will save the town.
Absolutely.
This is a, like, Chloe doesn't control the weather. Was it like kill Storm or save Storm? Like, fuck you. You know, like.
Yeah, no, I was not on board with it. I spent all week trying to keep this bitch alive. I am not just throwing her away now. I put a lot of time and investment and emotions into her. We are keeping her alive. I don't give a shit about the Bay. I mean, so the town's wrecked. Does that mean that everyone in it is dead? No, I'm sure there's plenty of people that made it out alive. You know, like, hopefully Warren. But, you know, whatever.
Warren's definitely dead, honey. I'm so sorry to tell you this, but Warren and, we only know for a fact that Warren and Mom died. That's it. That's the only confirmation that we actually have.
Well, because the diner's, like, smashed?
Because we investigated the diner and we didn't interfere. Remember, we saved the diner. We manipulated time to put the sand out to stop it from blowing up.
Yeah.
And we were not there to do that. So that happens. And Chloe says that it happens because she says, my mom doesn't deserve to die in that diner.
Oh, darn. I didn't connect those dots. Whatever. I wanted Chloe to live, and I spent the whole time keeping her alive. I didn't want to give up on all that time, so.
My dream 3 never came true. I had to sacrifice my second to save my number 1. How sad is that? Not that he was the cannon fodder, but he was the backup. But the main goal was I wanted to throuple with those two. I wanted me and Chloe. I wanted Chloe and Warren, and I wanted to be in the middle.
Chloe even jokes in the, like, semi in the beginning of your relationship. It's in, like, right before you kiss her or something. She says something like, oh shit, well, I guess Warren, I'll have to tell him that he's got something going unless he likes girl on girl action. Like, Chloe says that. Like, oh, I guess
Chloe's
he's my competition.
Down to clown.
Yeah, I was like, she's fucking down. Okay, like, we're good for the 3. But
Chloe's my dream, dude.
Okay, let's go through the next choices. The very first one is David got a scar during the fight.
Yep.
I don't know how to get through that scene without getting him a scar. I had to rewind 4 or 5 times, and he kept getting beat up, and he kept fucking failing, which kills me. How is the art professor out fighting the ex-vet? He's a veteran, and he's security guard, and he's fighting a fucking photographer creep.
He's like a jarhead too. Like,
yeah, he's a veteran. He was in the military.
He was like a mechanic for the army. Like, are you fucking with me right now?
Yeah, how is Jefferson beating him up with a tripod? What? I had to, like, warn him, and then I had to, like, take the picture and have him, get the camera, and then I had to trip or throw the light on the ground. I had to do all that shit. It was like, what? Why is he beating up this jarhead? Bullshit.
It's so not fair. It's like the Marine, that's the one he takes down. Okay. Like, the only shot this guy's ever taken is clearly with GHB and a camera, and you rolled in with a gun and still lost. Actually, you know what? I take that back. He had a shot a gun because he killed fucking Chloe in front of me. Rewind.
He did. He shot her in the head. Like,
he tells us why Chloe got shot. Because she came armed.
That's true. He does say something about if she hadn't had that gun load. Like, you play with guns, you get shot or something. You think if you'd gotten rid of the gun, then
I don't know. Would he have just
have
shot us both? Like, up? Like, would we have both woken up in that room? Something to think about.
It's true. Okay.
Because when you go to Frank's trailer at the beginning of the chapter, you can tell her, if you tell her to not bring the gun, she'll toss it and throws it away.
Also, in my playthrough, he took the gun, and then I only found it in the trailer later, and I had the option to, like, grab it out of the cupboard and give it to Chloe or leave it in the cupboard, and I chose to take it back. Like, I could have chosen to leave it. Also, what about the whole Nathan fight scene with the gun? Would that have also been another gun that we would have, like, had to have, said no gun for us to prevent her getting shot in the head because she had a gun?
Well, she never even. Well, maybe she would have. See, in my playthrough, she always had
She always uses
her
hers.
step douches.
Yeah. But if you had gotten rid of that in the, like way before,
and then would she have taken over on Nathan's gun? I don't know, probably.
I was always curious about Nathan's gun. We picked it up and we were like, oh, I don't want Nathan to have that gun. We talked about that, and then it's like, but then the next time she goes to a fight, she brings that old shitty gun. It was like, why wouldn't you use Nathan's like super expensive handgun instead? It's way better. But she never does. In the next question, it says David killed or didn't kill Jefferson. Did you end up getting Jefferson killed or arrested?
I killed him. Yeah.
How?
If so, in the room, if you tell David what happened to Chloe, if you tell him that Chloe dies, he loses his shit and turns around and kills him.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Seriously.
And he weeps about it on the ground, and because he has this whole revelation about Chloe, about how he wishes he was a better father, and this and that, and maybe one day she'll stop calling him step-douche.
He did, yeah. He did apologize to me and talk about that, but I lied to him because I was going to rewind time and I was like, I don't want him to have to go through this. I guess it wouldn't matter. I'm going to rewind it anyways.
Well, so that was kind of my thing. I was like, he deserves his justice here. Bold word, being the executioner and the judge, saying that's justice, because I know that's like the literal definition of not justice. But it's irrelevant because I am going to change this. So let him have his revenge, I think is a better word.
I thought it was a moot point, so I just lied and skipped over it. But he lost his shit and killed him. That's for us.
And then he probably he sits down on the ground and then he says, "I wish I could kill you for eternity." So I rewound time, made all the same decisions, and let him shoot him again. I was like, I'm your fucking genie, David.
God, no wonder your playthroughs take forever. You want to kill him again? I got you, beep. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Oh, is he? He wasn't a Marine. He was an Army brat.
Army brat.
Was he? Well, Ark said soldier boy, so I'm assuming he means Army.
Yeah, probably.
I swear, I thought he was a Marine. That's why I was like, I cannot believe this fucking guy is gonna lose.
Well, regardless,
in hand-to-hand combat with a photographer.
Regardless of the type of military, I knew he was just a vet. Which, in general, you should still have better training than this photographer. That's a creep that only drugs and abducts 18-year-old girls. It's like, how is the artist gonna regardless of what part of the military he was in, he still should have been better in the fight, I think. But I guess reputably, Marines are harder to kill. Is that a thing?
I think they go through more physical training because Marines are the people who protect. So anytime you see a national monument or anything and there's a soldier that's standing out front, that's the Marines.
Okay, so they go through more training. Okay. Well,
and that's a lot of reason why they used to have the height requirement to be a Marine. You weren't allowed to go into the Marines unless you were at least 6 foot. I think they've changed that.
I don't know anything about that, but I get it. Yeah. But either way, I still think he should have had better training than Jefferson. But it's okay. I guess I'll have to use my superpower to save David. Whatever. Okay, so in the next scene, you're going back in time to... Oh, no, you're going to get the photo from Warren. There was... You saved or didn't save the trucker? I never ran into a trucker.
Nope. He's dead.
Did you save a trucker? Okay. Ethan? Oh, Evan? Did you save somebody named Evan? I didn't see him. I didn't save him. I don't know who that is. Who the fuck is Evan? I got no clue. Alyssa, I did see her and I did save her. Did you save her?
In fact, I looked at Alyssa and she's like, Max, help me! And I was like, $100 and I'll save you. And I sat there for a second and looked at chat. I was like, I'm not doing it. And they were
Saving her?
We ain't doing it.
I saved her every single episode and it benefited me in 0 ways. It meant nothing to save her. And I did all this work to save her the whole game and it meant nothing.
I'm not going to be here when I rewind time, Alyssa, honey. I need you to work for yourself. Save yourself, lady.
Yeah, didn't save her, didn't save Evan, didn't save the trucker. Did you save the fisherman?
Nope.
So when you went to turn on the power to put out the fire and that guy got electrocuted, you just kept going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I definitely didn't do that. I went and for one time got him out of the water and then turned back on the power.
Well, so I struggled with that one first, a second though, because so I hit the switch and he dies. And I was like, oh shit. So I rewound time and then she was like, well, he probably won't hear me. And so I was like, there's nothing I can do.
Oh, I see.
So I hit the thing and then and then I like killed him, moved on, whatever, didn't care. But then I like 4 seconds later, you're at the diner with the bags of sand trying to save them, and I was like, oh, I was supposed to rewind time so that before I set the thing off, because now I'm past the barrier. I realized where I went wrong, but I didn't care.
It's whatever. It was a random fisherman. Who cares? At the end of the day, we both sacrificed the bay. They all died anyway. Like, the next one was, did you change Joyce's mind about David? Did you help Joyce believe in David, or did you not? I didn't talk to Joyce.
I didn't talk to Joyce.
I didn't talk to anybody in that diner. I went straight to Warren.
Oh.
In your playthrough, you were like chatting with Frank and hanging out. I went straight to Warren. I left everybody else in that diner alone. I ignored them all. I did not change Joyce's mind about David, and I didn't tell the truth about Rachel to Frank. I didn't do any of it.
I was really upset when I found out how Rachel died. Because Rachel dies of a drug overdose.
Yeah.
And as soon as I figured that out... Well, before I figured out she even died from an overdose, I found out that she was a victim of this... What do you call it? A snuff cave?
I said a snuff film because that's like where you like rape somebody and then kill them and record it. But this isn't like rape. It's like a different form of rape.
So
Photography, creep.
It's not rape.
It's not a snuff film per se.
Abuse.
Okay, but like, what's like kidnapping
there's a lot of
and
non-consent
perversion?
Yeah, like, you know, this is a really fucked up situation. I don't know.
So the term snuff film is like for that specifically. So it's not a snuff film, but that's why I was saying like it's kind of like a snuff film, but like it's not, because like it's just non-consensual photography while non-consensually drugged, and then following that, murder.
Yeah. So, anyways, the first thing I thought of when we found the dark room and realized what happened to Rachel was...
You were pissed at Frank?
I wasn't mad at Frank. He's a drug dealer. You can't blame the drug dealer. But he is the one, like, my heart, I wasn't mad. I guess my heart, like, kind of broke, because I knew instantly, like...
It's his fault that he killed his girlfriend?
Killed.
Yeah.
He's the reason she's dead, at the end of the day. Without him, she'd be alive. But that's not totally true, because, first of all, the Prescotts have money. Okay, so let's say Frank didn't exist. They would have found another drug dealer.
Yeah, it's not directly Frank's fault, just because he's providing it. They would have found it.
Yeah. But I just felt an obligation to talk to Frank and tell him. So when I saw him at the diner, that was my goal, was to try and tell him. And then those were all my choices. It was the first time I had a conversation with someone in the game where I got to actually talk to them about what I wanted to say.
Right? They always give you two options. You're like, I wouldn't choose either of these in real life, but yeah. Well, I'm glad you spoke to Frank. I didn't speak to Frank, and I also didn't speak to Joyce. I went straight to Warren, told him the truth, gave him a big smackaroo on the lips, told him I loved him, and then I went back.
She says I love you?
No, I said that.
I was like, you dropped the L-bomb in the diner and then blew him up?
I love him. No, I love him. I didn't. I just gave him a kiss, and he was like, "You're strong, Max. You can do this." And then I went back in time. I was like, "Yeah." I kissed Chloe and Warren. You're such a pussy.
Okay, well, first of all, I got a full body hug, so I'm pretty sure I could assess his penis from there. You just touched his lips. So I made it to second base, and you made it to first.
I don't know how much of a break that is for you.
Anyways, he's not my goal. He's my backup. I'm here for Chloe. I'm in love.
I get it. And yep. So I got to kiss both of them in this playthrough. Did you kiss either of them in this playthrough?
No. I can't believe I went to kiss her. I did kiss Chloe, and then I went back. Okay, I literally kissed her, and then I went back in time, and she was like, "Oh, you know, you totally kissed me," and then rewound time, and I was like, "I'm so
called you out."
right now.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm so in love. She knows it. She knows I'm transcending time to make out with her. She can feel it.
Just kissing her over and over again. First kiss. First kiss. Oh my goodness. What a crazy ending. All of that shit, all the bullshit. And then you're trapped in this terrifying dream where Jefferson's around every corner and you're running from the flashlights. And then you get to the end and it's just save the Bay, save Chloe. Like, that was the crux of the game? I can't believe they did that to us.
I did not like the final. I actually didn't like the final chapter all that much. There were parts of it, but I felt the whole like Dreamland thing was just
It was all
creating
filler.
content out of nothing.
Yeah.
Filler, exactly.
It was all filler.
And it was like, there's a lot going on. Why I could have gone through like the destruction of the town to get there. You know, it would have been cool to see like some of those choices, like the ability to not be able to save Alyssa because I hadn't made connections. Like I would have liked to see. I wish they would have emphasized more on the characters I could have saved by saying things. Because like, did you see that the homeless woman was dead?
Yeah, I saw the big car fell on her, and I was like, and
Because
Max was
you
like, "Oh,
didn't
I wish
warn
I'd
her."
warned her," and I was like, "How would I have known to do that?" I was very frustrated by that.
At the storm, I would have rather seen more repercussions of my actions and focus on people I could have saved. Because I think that would have made the game a lot more exciting to want to replay again and to look out for side characters.
Oh, like plan their final chapter around hoping that people would be replaying. That's a good call because
Yeah,
it was a whole lot of filler, and while it's interesting that I was like kidnapped and I went back in time to an earlier period of kidnapping to affect my future kidnapping so I could get to my pictures, I could go back and
that was all fine.
That was all cool. That was really cool. But then it was just all
the
weird
room puzzle, which why?
Yeah, and they don't describe what it is or talk about what it is. Chloe's just like, oh, Max is just like, oh, I'm in this dream state. How'd you get here? What caused it? How do you prevent it? How do you get back to your time?
Something, yeah.
There was none of that. Yeah, I was unsatisfied.
Same, definitely.
But you know, at the end of the day, we did get to save Chloe, who we spent the whole game hoping to save. So I guess I got what I wanted.
Kind of, but I really wanted you to pick something else. I want to know what happens if you don't save Chloe. What happens if you choose to sacrifice Chloe? Is everything hunky-dory? Oh, well, everybody was happy.
Well, I actually, after finishing my playthrough, went and looked up, I went back to play. You have to start the chapter over, but I went back to play it again to see what the other finale is. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, what you get?
Nothing. You hug her, and then you end up in the bathroom, and she gets shot, and she bleeds it on the floor, and then it cuts to a funeral, and on her casket, there's a blue butterfly. That's the end. I was like, that's shit. I was like, I made the right choice.
So does Jefferson get exposed?
It doesn't cover any of that, and it just takes you straight to her dead body and then the funeral. It doesn't cover. It was weird. I was like,
storm still happen?
No storm. No storm. Chloe's dead. I guess I'm assuming Jefferson does get. I don't know. It doesn't cover that. It just showed Chloe dying and then a funeral with a butterfly.
So I should watch it again. Chaos is the whole point. Is that's where you truly altered the change of
the first time you saved her life, you fucked everything up.
Yeah.
So letting her die puts it back to order. But I actually don't know what happened with Jeffrey. Maybe I was Connor came in and I was distracted. I think I missed some of it. Maybe.
I really wish they would have put an Easter egg. You know how the Far Cry games always have their short ending.
Yes.
That would have been cool. Somewhere in the bathroom, you could have just chose to not save her at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And it was the end.
I loved that you did that in the Far Cry game. I was going to do it, but I couldn't do it. And then I'm super glad to find out that you did, because I wanted to know. Be like, all right, well, I know you want me to stay and help you, and that's the whole video game, but I'm off to America. Bye.
Oh, that shit was hilarious. Yeah, I was like, okay. They're like, or you can just hop in this boat and go west. I was like,
great. Hey, did you play Far Cry? Yep, all the way through. All the
Beat
way
it
through
first
to
try.
the end. Beat it first try, easy mode. Speed run.
Honestly, though, it was hilarious. But yeah, this game series was really fun. I look forward to playing more. I love it.
Yeah, I had a good time. I enjoyed the method we have played it in. I like what we did with our sections and stuff, so.
I would burn the world down to save you, baby Chloe.
I'm interested in, so wait, so there's Life is Strange 2, and then there's Life is Strange Before the Storm. Which one would you want to play next?
So, well, here's the deal. Life is Strange Before the Storm is a prelude.
Yeah.
So,
but it came out after
Rachel
Life is Strange 2.
Story.
Ooh, so you would want to play that first, probably, before LIS 2.
I probably would have ideally played that before this one.
Oh, good point.
I don't like knowing the end of the story. It makes a lot of your choices pointless.
It makes all of your choices pointless. If I already know that in the next game Rachel's gonna die, what the fuck am I doing?
There's no way to save Rachel, and that's the whole point.
Ugh, you're right. Let's not even play that. I don't even want to play it now. It's ruined.
What is Life is Strange 2 about, though? Or is Life is Strange 2 before the storm?
No. It's a separate thing. I don't know what LIS 2 is about.
Chat, maybe you guys can help us out. Who knows what Life is Strange 2's story is?
Life is Strange 2 is about completely different people.
Oh, perfect. It's a new story.
Yeah, it's about two brothers.
Awesome. And then Life is Strange True Colors is also a different story. So
yeah.
I would love to
it's just before the storm that was like a little prequel they threw back.
Okay, perfect. That's what yes, I'm very interested in Life is Strange 2 and Strange Colors then.
Probably a same.
Perfect.
Good to know. All right, well,
so those are two things that I would look forward to playing. With that being said, though, do you want to try and schedule when we'll play that?
Yes, I know you're moving soon, but I would like to try and schedule it.
Okay, well, here's the deal. I'm not available. Let me grab... Where's my old man calendar?
Your old sailor's map? Oh my goodness.
I will be available to start Life is Strange 2 on April 19th. With that being said, on April 20th, I will do a lead stream. So I could start the game on April 21st.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Mm-hmm. I'll write it down.
Okay. That's going to go over... Well, we did it this time, and it was actually pretty perfect. I will also be playing the entire next series in sub-only mode.
After hearing what happened to you spoiler-wise, I don't blame you one bit. That is so fucked up.
Actually, I don't think I'll ever play a game that has spoilers available like that, because it happened in God of War as well.
Happened to me in Red Dead. Red Dead Redemption, the very first day of the game released, I bought it, downloaded it, and I was an hour into the game, and somebody told me a spoiler from Endgame. The main character, like, it was so fucked.
Well, yeah, that was like their screen name, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm no longer... Like, at least if you want to spoil the game, it's going to cost you at least $5. You can't just spoil my game for free anymore. So, anytime there's ever going to be a spoiler available, I'm just going to be in sub-only mode. You can also do follow-only mode if you don't want to charge people, and do, like, follow-only mode 1 day or, like, 5 days if you're going to do it, like, you know?
Yeah.
Something that, like, give yourself that time. The only thing that I don't like about that, like, I do like that people can still follow and be a part of the channel, because I like to be able to, like, talk to them, like, say, hey, guys, thanks, like, I know, like, no worries, you don't have to talk, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, though. I had a great time playing the series, and I look forward to playing more.
Same.
Yeah. It's gonna, if you want to go through the category and troll people, it's going to cost you money. But guess what? I had 0 fucking spoilers after that. There was no trolls. It was, my chat was super positive and friendly. I think that the cosplay helped a lot, bring in new people, because my viewer count was all over the place too. So there was definitely new people coming in to check it out.
It's cool. Your cosplay looked great. You looked amazing. I think you did a great job.
I didn't have to buy a single item to make that cosplay.
I love that for you. You looked great. You totally pulled it off.
closet
Closet cos.
Words are
Are you going?
hard.
Are you going live right now?
Nope. No,
After
I'm
this
not.
is over, you going live tonight?
Nope. Today's off.
Okay.
I might go later. Like, it's 4 right now. I'm supposed to be meeting the girls at 4:45.
I know you had plans, so.
Yes and no. I was supposed to do Dying Light 2 today, but I was supposed to see Raven yesterday.
I know. I was going to ask. It's on my calendar for Dying Light too, but I know you said that thing about Raven not working out yesterday. Did your alert just go? Oh, I got a text.
It's like I don't have any alerts on.
Nice. I was like, I don't think I have any. There's no alerts on this scene. I was like, why am I hearing Corey's alert? Oh, it's my text. It's gonna throw me off now.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah. Well, we made that when we did the Star Wars stream, and I just really loved it, so I just never got rid of it.
It's cute.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
I love it as your text that what is that bidding my mustache.
I love it too.
I won't do any biddings.
Okay, well, this
thank
was
you
great.
guys. Thank you.
I will see you later, dude.
I thought you were going to do like a closing statement.
No.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I had a wonderful time. Thanks for joining us on all these epilogues. It's been so fun getting to do these like post-show hangouts. I've enjoyed the style a lot. I hope to do more of this in the future. Make sure to leave me comments and let me know what you guys think and how, if you like them, and what you would like to see more of and what you didn't like. You can go ahead and criticize me just a little. I'll see your name there. Okay?
I wouldn't do it a
I'll know
lot.
who it was.
Just like a tiny bit though.
You can have 1%
constructive criticism.
There you go.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We're gonna take off. Wow, what a game. I give it 4 stars out of 5 stars.
What was the last star? How would they have gotten 5?
Just the last chapter.
5?
Yeah, be better. The last chapter was a little boring.
4 chapters were epic, 1 was okay. So you get 4.5 stars.
Sure, yeah.